84 ya makwaba badali update TV besa sene number channel isu ahiti adoma no subscribe or like share mawana pensemi beti so nya binje jemre ni adachi yemongra nsem ni mwe ni enkofa nsem no ene de na 84 ensema bobo bani ni gisronko ni nyina yese no ubojm o se na nani jm na nani because the collaboration between jm and Naana no 84 say NDC for no they are still hailing for their success and victory na na NDC what Canada no group of Canada na chifo wo modi abaso body sonko ama Naana Opoku Agyemang ni rajim na report no meeting imunsem kakra achem o see two groups affiliated with the National Democratic Congress have congratulated Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang on her retention as the running mate to former President John Dramani Mahama. In separate statement issued by the NDC Canada chapter and NDC Professionals Forum, they expressed full support for the decision made by the presidential candidate. They expressed full support. Like I said, for report not to say, any from Kumo Mono Muchum say, yes, support to be a or Modebema. Former John Dramani Mahama, any say what you Naana Opoku Agyemang as his vice president, it needs support to be an or be released at the Ama or more. Now, the NDC Canada chapter, the secretary Dr. Erica Sempa said Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang's selection as the running mate had come at an opportune time in history. Yes, Senyedika is empowering women movement because this is the first in history in Ghana economy. In the history of Fourth Republic of Ghana, yet menya oba, yet soon as running meter, beboa, it bit my empower women, and moment me a participate in terms of governance, and maybe more credit me apparate because you hear a queer don't cooperate me din who jimo, and my bedroom me requiring to be in this change, say Naana Opoku Agyemang. Na Mahama enyan former president enyan mu arehemu say onu no beboa na ebe empower youth to ni dia na say ebe empower mabunu na ye man wo oman Ghana mu dia yesusu se ebeboa na atiefo ensem ne ba abonte no ensem fufu bi to aso a me de eno so abremo na yenyim yentie sansem ne ba de ka ho no me de bebremo
na asemo ode ato dwane say o advise Ghana for as a mama yempushi president cry no assent to the bill LGBTQ plus in the meka ho omo bill ne say emra ne be ye adwuma fi say ye nim na say ye
atosu mi no there's some questions that come to mind sika mo dia bre nyina na all this why ne say yenti twa ye ka ye de nkofo mo amono ne yana bisa mo say inti sas kana entimi ammo Ghana bia no I heard it before na this sas kan bre ya na the sana tie the ni say shum bonita sikadeci the sana tie dia an yanu ti ana yantumfo yan puntu no because ba na adane penfo na adene akwa di baby the son say the origin of the money itself no I'm just making an argument from the way or more facade no.
Okay.
It's not as if say that is how I think, but I'm making an argument to the effect to say because over the years. My kakra many akawono. Is it the case if we to move for no this kind of day? And it's not can engine shiramayana. For which reason you suggest to say finance idea we are it will bring economic and financial difficulties. So is it the case but say ya bono true for this kind of
say yebisa
because if it is about human rights, protection of human rights,
okay,
are they telling us that the majority, what is the essence of democracy? Majority rule. So if the majority of Ghanaians, based upon our value system, our traditions and practices, as a ninja, yes, there will be a year one of them and for Biao.
No correct.
A man will say, advocate, finance, promote. So we understand that I say, Sabiano, per se, and yet and as far as most of us are concerned, any Egyptian so a bebra, any Egyptian bebra. Now, a genie a bebra, I am one of the bray, a Christosum, and a sum, more and the bray, and yan a coffee through at the bay.
No correct.
And in all of a sudden, what was some tray say? Sans a was our book, and yet you would be one. And a moment of religion and phone call. They am practicing a traditional religion. Number 3. Then an among called Abusam Joe baby. Obia Niwa or no over Kisa or to say, where could have where could some Jim. We are all human beings born on this earth with just a lifespan. Once you are done, you are gone. But why is it the case that people playing? Why are some playing God? That should be the case. And you say, you did any son, Yaman, a boy, Bradia. They need to more and ye. And you know, is it in Canano? Are there a mrow of a Thier side, you know? You. At this time, no, human development, I'm here who say, this human rights activism, and name Yamabia, a better Bataniamono. So once a Baba Yabon some at the amount. And Unti, and I'm paying for and said, no, I will say, fuck and be so. Unfortunately, we have a president whose body and name is a Ghanaian, but whose mentality is a European. So he's seeking solace in the judiciary as a way, because you know very well, when it comes to the judiciary, you cannot determine how they should do their things. But I think that in the judiciary, after this period, let's say, in Penfosse, so penny to ma and Kalawi Nanka, a kind Nanka for
Okahubi.
Until it says, how do you way and we are according to the sentiment of Ghanaians, then Supreme Court will be part of the reason. Supreme Court will be part of the reason. There's a motion perform to Adiache, that's a sorry, no more sorry, Poco friend and coupon as members of Supreme Court. That's a sad way and Webra, oh, we did more. Let us find solace in the law. Let us find solace in the law. You see, and then your witchcraft comes, our nothing with it. You sign a bill at the Abba, someone penny, and also one sign it. One sign it up to now. Meanwhile, and there were 4.
Yeah, Western, what no in crime almost so you can't send me if you say yen nano, on by me, I can send it. I will, Mamma and sign, na and yes, at Semetina. What was that? Oh, my penny in the Casa, Nesha's uncle, Fun Cram, Nasu, Ebe Piamoka Casa, send me to yes.
Of course, Nicholas. It did not start today. I told you, I mentioned the Agyemang, I'll say.
Yes.
In the 60s, it used to be the case there. Things of that nature were not accepted in the UK. But with advocacy, you know, and Ababa accepted. Who knows? Who knows? If there's any advocacy in Ghana, who knows? It may be accepted along the line. If a president speaks like that, he talks like that to the international media, it tells you, sir, from the word go, he's not for it. And then, you know, not that it's impending for Catholic Bishop, they've been very outright. They've made their positions known. So you see, in all of this, a leader, you need to demonstrate leadership. I'm a penny auto mean that about my opposition and saying. Decision I'm taking, don't you know, say it will affect your electoral chances. So if all this while you don't have any position differently from the president, it means that you support it.
Yeguswa ye bode for years say mobile spread the peace information between MPP and NDC say hiding towards election 2024 ebasui. Let peace prevail in Ghana 2024 election. This is our slogan. Yes, spread say Bibia ebe prevail na asumdue so aye or mine Ghana into mafefra.
You support the position of the president. That is it. He has no different vision from the president. They are a driver and a mate, so to speak. They are in the same car. And they think, because in Kawi are vowed Muslim, you should have said something. because you say Mozambique for no company kita hard stance to a decent position like this. And until the matter is in penny for my imagine some common penny was a muka and say, more than one sign. Hypocrisy and sycophancy. I mean, the son say, a man dance to the one penny, I almost support it, no, obey this card.
Now, my young Shaway from Nanado, secretary, executive secretary to the president. Now, a modern letter copy mu de coma a parliament. Now, a parliament is near the Fiamma upon semi so copy mu Supreme Court. Says ya, a man seminal, I nimne a chair a cobano. No, sans me who say, a fano, a copium and brim, et say.
The coffee banning Likee Tv Be. Anna, Oman Penny, taking a position approbating and reprobating.
Yes.
And now I'll be the injunction, a cocoa too. Agyemang, oh, yeah, dear Thier, Dom level. You went ahead. You ignore the injunction. About levy, you ignore the injunction at the Supreme Court. You see, a quiet Supreme Court a fashion. A hardney. A hardney. Na say a bias is son. Not a woman for attack or more. And Yamawa. And Yamawa. A son say, the band is saying, yes, you have the right to do whatever you want to do. The band is saying, and now, obedi as someone could be a court. Would the kind of jano, cry, and some way echo. And so no, to me, Attorney General, the request for abridgment of time. At the tomb, Emma, you can't, the ordinary by a chino. You can't hear my own rubbish by saying, say, what about technical court terms you use? What to be a non term about Kono there, and no, still it is a hanging. Why? You see, things of that nature, no. If for China, none call for a harassing Chief Justice say they don't want her in that particular seat, it will amount to some kind of usurpation of executive power in the judiciary affairs. But it would have been coming because of citizens' pressure. As some say, track record now, and yet empathy. People have reason to suspect the way a Supreme Court it may not be true, but for the optics, for the public perception about them, and yet, and today they said they were interested. Attorney General in the first one, Opoku no Suye no Osi Usuka ho, Adenti, Anonyo Suye no, Attorney General, what they want to say, speedy abridgment of time. But when you think say it is going to affect government in terms of appointment, now normal difficult as ministers. And no ever affect government business. So you think say, I know here, well, that is his decision. He has the power.
Okay.
I've always said, I always ask myself, among your lawyers, is there a possibility of putting before court an attorney general who has abused the processes of the court and could be sanctioned accordingly? I think that is the case. So if that is the case, then attorney general must equally be worried about tomorrow. And some say, if you have power and you are using it to the advantage and to the disadvantage of your opponent, you are equally abusing the court.
Amayosem Udima Kotino to me Trena Dream Pa into Onona Yenini in Komono and an Ametibiano or China Ibisia one state inti and Yame Enka Woho. Ye badum sono so na and ye be ye a ye Kasam for Yinibi Akroma. Say who send the statement a fee a year at my general hospital by and say Ubienwi. But ye wo almost wa to be dean common a church mo and my yen nani who say no crack omomba efim enti idea ye bet to me abo na we take kasanasha kasamfoyino and no who say so tema general hospital no na aban na kwese o nwati se monka se obi enwuye anase entesa yebabo ye hombodin so akọ etwemfonyi kire ma ekoso asantemantom efa ne dumso no ho
yo ti brother we dey madam ne akonya eja o dey ma me ne na chief for say enne yemra asantemem na emehwe ne o ma ekoso ekweni nyame enim ne ken ayewo tempi pa say asantemem a na ye fe no MPP stronghold kania edidum ekoso the Ghana for na air complain yes or no your energy minister be on for asem enye okokakra na eja wonya kukodro bi odidi wasem na na ya nipa air complain bitterly ken abra me bedu asantemem no me ne eju ededifo omo amoye mobile phone hairdressers yes enyuma so nipa be dre atchen komo and kwenya mi enim no obi abeka ne say nyoma enkodie kura eduma bi ya na ne aye kan se kakum yedino kwakwonum Momi ya be ma bi e wo ha enne ya ba be pie ebuo commercial ene nkawe be bi ni kwan no so oye mobile phone repairer na ya de ki nanim asem na osaye mpabo so esa ka wo da e pese ye ti ono ankase nanim asem this is beyond politics so I cost asantemem no ina e affecting na dwumadie no na etiefo nyina so be se ayo ho semia e be si afọ e be ma ona ona na atwetwe nkomo. Yeah, Mr. Ken, good afternoon.
Afternoon na. Me pacho mo na sesi amu asantemantom dum son sem ne tesen na my crowd say mo so mo twa me timetable ni akoma energy minister na boy enkomo.
Obani me da wasipa na dum so sem a wakopa be ya sem kese pa. You say you hu ye wo betina dum ma nya like emfa nya aduma. Aban no nya timetable bia ma ye nsi say
Masisamo Jibro Daily Update TV. Comment section where your notification bell on your media. I feel more click so drop in the latest content. When sa abekabi Edamasi Akroma.